Welcome to the first edition of the Bronx Stampede. I'm Kane Bennett.
And I'm Marissa Brenneman. With a quarter down, we're well into the school year. We're all familiar with each other now. Still, it's hard to be the new kid.
But it's even harder to be the new teacher. Every year, Sheridan High School adds new faces to its prestigious collection of teaching staff. Let's get to know these new faces.
I'm from Wyoming and I wanted to keep working here. And Sheridan had a coaching job open up. So I'm coaching the swim team. Swim teams, and I'm trying to get a job teaching PE.
I grew up in Wyoming, and the state's very important to me. I worked for a couple of state associations.
I went to college here at Sheridan College quite a few years ago, and then I met a guy, and we got married last summer. So that was kind of why I ended up in Sheridan.
So after growing up in Sheridan, I was really excited when I saw that there was an opportunity for me to come back. And I think what brought me back more than anything was just the sense that this will always be home for me.
In my free time, I like to go up to the mountains. We have a guest ranch outside of here. I like to ride my horses and rope and compete in rodeos.
What's free time? I'm here 7 days a week, so yeah, I like to go to the mountains, go to Billings, get something to eat.
Being from Wyoming, you kind of have to be outdoorsy, so I love hiking, hunting, fishing, everything you do to get out into wilderness.
Cooking or baking, I really like to try new recipes. I like trying the food of different cultures, so I like to travel and then come back and try to mimic those dishes.
Have you ever considered running someone over with the Zamboni?
More times than I'll ever admit.
So do you watch Rick and Morty?
No, I don't. I don't even know what that is.
I do not.
Have you heard of it?
I have heard of it, yes.
I do watch Rick and Morty.
Can you do an impression?
Of who?
Morty.
I don't know about this, Rick. Should we really leave Summer in the car? Is that car gonna protect her? I feel like we should probably put our seatbelts on, and maybe you should stop drinking and driving. I should probably be back in school right now. I've missed a lot of days of school.
Of course, school isn't just about learning about things, but learning why things are done.
Recently, some of the NFL players have been kneeling during the national anthem as a protest to the treatment of African Americans in America.
Andrew and Mac will take us through these protests and what the students and staff think about it.
Since 2016, some individuals in the NFL have protested by kneeling for the national anthem rather than standing. Many fans see this protest as disrespectful and unpatriotic. We talked to students and staff at SHS to get their input and feelings on the protest.
I personally don't agree with it. I think it's pretty stupid. I mean, the people that serve for that flag are for your right, and I guess the least you could do is just stand for it.
Show some respect.
Yeah.
What I was going to say, I'm going to be straight honest. If you're not going to stand for our flag, get the hell out of this country.
I think that it's not against the law, and I think what they're protesting, they have a reason to protest it.
Well, personally, I don't like it. I don't like to see it. I don't turn on NFL games to see social activism. I turn on to watch football.
When I think about this issue specifically, I think they're two separate things. I think the national anthem by itself has very little to do, in my opinion, with the reason why they're upset or why they're protesting.
I believe that you should at least stand to show respect for the flag, whether it is your flag or not.
I don't really think that a bunch of $1 million athletes are being heard by most of society.
That protest itself, I don't think will have very many lasting effects. I think it's going to be what happens within the cause, if you will.
Oh, I think it won't be very long. I think that it'll wash over and something new will come along.
Hopefully, I think it will change some people's views and the way they look at how these protests are, like, what they're standing for, not just, oh, I find this offensive, but really look behind why they're doing it.
On a lighter note, we can hope for a standing ovation at our fall play that the school put on this year.
This year, the theater is putting on Almost Maine, laying down that rom-com action dumb thick.
Some students and teachers, however, feel that a single play in the fall just isn't enough, and many have suggested an entire elective dedicated to the theatrical arts.
If it was offered at Sheridan High School, I think drama is super important because, it's confidence building and teaches kids how to public speaking, which I also think is super important. And also drama and theater is kind of like a team building thing. Like a lot of kids have their community in their sports, and personally I find my community in drama and theater, so I think that's super important and would be great if we had a class for that.
I think it's an opportunity where you can kind of get to know yourself and others and see where you can actually go in life and see if you can actually accomplish something.
Streets. If ever you disturb our streets again, your lives shall pay the forfeit of the peace. For this time, all the rest depart away. You, Capulet, come along with me, and Montague, come you this afternoon to know our farther pleasure in this case.
Drama is really important. I think theater is powerful, and I think it has the ability to change people's minds, change people's experiences, enrich their lives. I think it's unfortunate that we don't have a program here full-time for students anymore to participate in drama, because as you know, there are enough kids in school who want to do this, who would like to take drama as an elective or for it to be a part of their experience in high school. And I want to help build or rebuild a program here where we can start putting out professional shows every year, and we can have a class where we work on scene design, and we have a class that we work on lighting and some other technical aspects, and we have classes where we get to work on acting and directing and some of the skills that will move people forward in possibly the professional world of theater, or at least just to enrich lives of people in high school and people of Sheridan with art. And I think that art and theater are important.
Despite the physical exertion associated with the theater, it's not technically considered a sport.
However, some clever folks at the cross-country team have turned running away from your problems into a sport.
Here's how their season went.
Go, Aset! Good job, Aset! Nice! Stay with those girls, Jayla!
Let's go, Alex! Let's go, Jayla!
Let's go, Sheridan!
What's your favorite part about running cross country?
All the friends you make, and yeah, just really close.
What's it like to run varsity as a freshman?
It feels good to know, I don't know, I've improved so much just from the junior high, and now I'm part of something bigger.
How is it having your twin on the team?
It's really no different from a sister or something.
How is it having your twin on the team?
It's pretty great, Always there to cheer me on and help me when I'm sad.
Who is the alpha twin?
I am the alpha twin.
Probably Timmy, for sure.
What's your favorite part about running cross country?
The fact that it's all kind of like a close family in a way, and that everyone pushes each other.
What's your favorite memory from all your years of running?
My favorite so far would have to be probably the Thornton trip, for the fact that it's just that much fun to go spend 14 hours on a bus with your huge team that you have, and then to start to laugh about everything possible.
What do you most look forward to in the years to come?
I look forward to seeing and having all these friends to meet every single year, because we'll always have a new group of freshmen that come in, and we'll always have people that will be able to be replaced in certain parts of the team, and also just for the rest of the sports that I plan to do.
I know you've run varsity a couple years now. How is it running as a varsity runner?
It can be pretty stressful, but we come together and it's usually really fun. Not too different from JV or any other.
What's it like being a freshman running varsity?
Feels great because everyone appreciates me, even though I'm a freshman.
What do you most look forward to in the years to come?
2028 Olympics.
If catching your breath on land isn't hard enough, let's look at the swim team, who do it in the water.
Let's take a look at how these ladies achieved such a successful season.
Many people do not realize the struggle that Sheridan High School girls swimming and diving team has to go through. First, we asked them about their preseason, weekly, and daily practice.
The season's all year round, so we get a total of 3 months off, around 3 months off
So there's high school season, which is really tough, and then you have winter and summer season. So there's not really a preseason, it's just a season all year. Like my alarm goes off at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then I hit snooze, and then I get out of bed after the second alarm.
We do 2 days all season, so we do 2 practice a day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and then just afternoon practice the rest of the week. During morning practice, we usually do dry land, so we'll either lift weights or we run outside or do yoga in the morning and then get in the pool, and then afternoons are just swimming. We usually have a giant main set that's usually pretty hard, and then we do like smaller stuff, like maybe we'll have a couple kick sets or a couple sprint sets, so it just varies.
Even though the swimmers and divers are one team, each athlete has a separate practice routine.
We usually get to practice and stretch, and then we do some approaches, and then we just go right into our dive list.
And then we asked what these teammates' favorite part about swimming and diving is.
Probably like the fact that it makes me so happy. Like during the school day, you kind of get bogged down in work and everything, and it's like, man, this is kind of a lot, and I just want to go home and start my homework. But when I get to diving and get on the board, I just get super happy and excited, and I absolutely love my coach, so that makes it all the better.
Swimming's just really grown on me, and I can't really function without swimming. I get pretty depressed when I'm not swimming. So I guess just the way it makes me feel, like even though I do get really tired, I feel pretty clear and healthy when I do swim.
I like hanging out with Alicia. Probably the team. Like we've been a really like close-knit group of friends like ever since all of us started swimming. And not even just like Sheridan swimming, like Wyoming swimming in general, because we all show up at the same meets together and you get to know people from other teams, and so the whole atmosphere is just really cool.
The Sheridan High School girls swimming and diving team is set up to compete against Laramie for the state championship this year. This would be the first state title for the team since 1985. Let's hope we are fantastic this November.
We asked the SHS volleyball players what their motto was this year and what it means to them.
Our motto this year is no excuses all day, all game, and all season. That kind of means like we don't want to be able like, I guess, to like say like, oh, we lost this game because of like we had this many errors. Like we have to like own up to it and be able to like move on from that and to get better like the next day or the next game.
Basically it means like you come ready to play every single day, every single practice, and you're not gonna make up an excuse for why you didn't go for that ball or whatever, why you're not working hard.
Every practice we're always pushing each other to work our very hardest, so we're not wasting any days and we're always grinding.
We also asked them how their teamwork this year compares to previous years.
The seniors that are on varsity this year, and as well as everyone else, we're all like really close outside, like off the court, and I think that's really helped us chemistry-wise.
As far as being like a team, and this year we're more together as a team, and we all are super close friends, so that helps a lot.
I like being able to play with like seniors and juniors. Since I play on JV, it's cool to be with different people and get new experiences.
Last but certainly not least, the Sheridan Bronc football team have also experienced a very successful season.
After 2 consecutive state championships, the SHS football team is on the first place pedestal for the road towards state. With such high achievements, the opposing teams are looking to take the team down, and it has been a grueling season. But the Sheridan Broncs have no fear and believe humbly for their 3rd state championship in a row. We are taking a look into this year's motto for the team and how it is used in games.
Molon Lave, it's like a Greek term. It means come and get it. We came up with that because every team's kind of out to get us this year, and the last 2 years we've only lost 2 games in the last 2 years, and now everyone's shooting for us, and we have to know that every team's coming for us, and no matter the team, they're probably going to give us their best effort.
That's Milan Lave.
And what does that mean?
It means to come and take it. We have the state championship. We have a good team. We want people to come and attack us, give us their best shot, so we ultimately get better.
Okay. The motto this year is Mulan Lave. It is a term from Greek history where some Greek soldiers were surrounded and they were asked to surrender, and they basically answered in that way. It's kind of a a term of defiance, basically says, come and get us, come and get it. And it's really been a fitting motto for us, I think, this year. It came from our players. They were instrumental in deciding that that's what they wanted. And as an example, right now, we hold the #1 seed in our hands, and basically the only way we can lose it if someone comes and gets it from us. And so I think it's been real fitting for us.
The game went really well, and we're really pleased to be in the position that we're in. We're excited for this next chapter of what we're going to go into, so yeah. Still one step at a time, 1 week at a time. We're not going to overlook the next opponent, and we're going to take it to them like we always do, and just Milan Lave, come take it from us.
We just do the same thing every week. We keep grinding, and it just ends up happening. The coaches always come in with a good game plan, and we end up getting it done. It's really nice.
I was just working hard every day, just hitting the weight room, just working the process as our coaches preach to us, and yeah.
The hard work from the Bronx have rightfully shown through their victories in the last 2 years. This year's team had a lot of big spots to fill in, and they are working to their full potential to not only achieve that victory, but mentor the upcoming varsity players. Throughout this process, they will be prepared physically and mentally to bring home another title next year. #3Pete.
And finally, a thank you to all of the SHS students who come out and support all of their sports teams every season. Marissa here is going to show off all the spirit that we've shown off during this year's homecoming week.
Hey Kate, you're a sophomore, right?
Sure am.
All right, and you dressed up for homecoming?
Sure did.
What'd you dress up as?
A hippie.
Do you think sophomores are lame? Do you see a lot of sophomores dressed up, or are you the only one?
No, sophomores are pretty lame. There's that one, she's not too cool. There's that one, he's not too cool either. That's Caleb.
All right, well, I'm glad you're cool.
Thanks.
Do you enjoy homecoming?
Yeah. He doesn't even go.
Where are you gonna go to the homecoming dance?
Absolutely not.
You?
Yeah. Of course I'm going. Actually, if Isaac's on, I might go with him.
How do you feel about when people don't have enough spirit to dress up on Spirit Week?
This is ridiculous. I won't stand it.
Do you hate love? That's what it looks like.
I don't hate it, no.
You didn't dress up for Spirit Week?
No.
Why not?
I forgot.
Are you sure it's because you don't have any spirit?
That's not true. I have tons of spirit.
I see you're wearing a top hat. Is that for Spirit Week?
It is for Spirit Week, Blackout Day. Yeah.
All right, where's the rest of the black though?
These are the darkest colors I had, so.
Did you bulk up? Did you eat lots of protein for tonight?
Yep. Absolutely for He-Man. I had 2 extra steaks before coming.
And are you expecting to win again this year?
Of course. The trophy is in my classroom every single year, but I see a lot of kids now practicing, so I don't know. We'll see how that goes. It is fun to make them mad.
I'm playing Powder Puff tomorrow. Are you pumped for that?
Yes.
More pumped than for He-Man?
Oh yes, we have shirts.
Is it getting pumped up for Powder Puff?
I'm already pumped. I got pumped at the beginning of the school year. Although I cannot play, I'm going to support my fellow teammates. We're going to go for first.
You're going to go to a homecoming game?
Oh yeah, for sure. Volleyball too, so it's going to be awesome. My favorite cheer is probably the Be Aggressive, Be Aggressive, BEAGGRESSIVE, because not many people know how to spell it, but yeah, it's my favorite one.